Students, today let's begin our class. Before that, I will ask you some questions. Do you like traveling? Yes, some of you may like traveling, others don't. Okay, good. Which are the three means of transportation? Yes, air, water, and land. Very good. Did you ever travel by water? Yes. No? Okay. Is it interesting for you? Yes. Very good. So here, you understand that the picture is the shipwreck and you need to write about the consequences of the shipwreck. Students, so everyone wrote about the shipwreck. So today we are going to begin a new story named A Shipwrecked Sailor, written by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. It is the story of Luis Alejandro Velasco, a 20-year-old sailor who washed overboard during a storm in the middle of the Caribbean Sea. So let us find out what happened to the Velasco then. Now let's begin the story, A Shipwrecked Sailor, written by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Tells the saga of Luis Alejandro Velasco, a 20-year-old sailor who was washed overboard during a storm in the middle of the Caribbean Sea on February 28, 1995. He survived 10 days on the open sea. What happened to Velasco and his shipmates? Read the following extract from the novella and find out what happened to them. My first impression was that I was utterly alone in the middle of the ocean and disappeared. I had no idea what was happening. I took hold of one of the bobbing crates and stupidly began to contemplate the sea. It was a perfectly clear day, except for the choppy waves produced by the wind and the cargo scattered across the surface. There was no evidence of the shipwreck. Soon I began to hear shouts nearby. Through the sharp whistling of the wind, I recognized the voice of Julio Amador Carabello, the tall, well-built officer who was yelling at someone, "Fatso, hold her." It was as if in that instant I had awakened from a moment's deep sleep. It dawned on me that I wasn't alone in the sea. They were only a few meters away. My mates were shouting to one another and trying to stay afloat. Quickly, I began to think I couldn't swim in just any direction. I knew we were about 50 miles from Cartagena, but I was not yet frightened. For a moment, I thought I could hold on to the crate indefinitely until the help arrived. It was reassuring to know that all around me other sailors were in the same predicament. That was when I saw the raft. There were two life rafts about 7 meters apart. They appeared unexpectedly on the crest of a wave. Everyone should read the story silently. Are the meanings of these words. The first word is abyss, great hole so deep as to appear the bottomless. Second word meaning bobbing, moving up and down in a short quick moment. Friends, now let me ask you some questions based on your reading of the story. The first question is, who wrote the story A Shipwrecked Sailor? Very good, Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Then second question, who is the narrator? Yes, Luis Alejandro Velasco. Very good. The third question is, where was the narrator when he narrated the story? Yes, in the midst of the sea. Very good. The last and final question, is he with his friends or alone? Yes, he is alone. Very good, students. Prepare a suitable caption for the picture. Let us watch a video.
Mobile, Alabama, USA, February 28, 1955. Velasco, the narrator of the story, and a sailor set out for sail from Mobile, Alabama in the US to his country, Colombia. There were four shipmates, and they were Carabello, Castillo, Rengifo, and Herrera. After some time, a terrible storm broke out. The ship plunged into an abyss and sank into the sea. Two life rafts appeared. Velasco struggled to get onto one of them, but in an instant one of the rafts disappeared. His friends shouted, "Hold on tight," and they encouraged each other to stay afloat holding the crates. The sea turned very rough, and Velasco found it very hard to stay on the raft. He told his friends to stay there calmly, and he shall come to rescue them. He rowed with all his strength against the wind towards his shipmates. But the wind was so bad that they sank, and he stood helpless. A gigantic wave lifted the raft, and by then Carabello had vanished with Castello on his neck. All the while, Rengifo was swimming confidently towards the raft, holding his headphones aloft. Rengifo tried to stay afloat and called out for help. But after some time, he thoroughly was exhausted and sank into the sea, calling out for help. The wind became calm and the sun was to be seen. The scorching midday sun burned Velasco's head and skin. He had to wait for long without food and water in the lone raft, expecting the arrival of somebody to rescue him. He had no clue what to do with the time, so he looked at his belongings. He had a watch, a gold ring, keys to his locker, and 3 business cards. Velasco, who was washed overboard during the storm on the Caribbean Sea, clinging to a life raft without food and water, survived 10 days on the open sea.
Students, now you have a homework to do for tomorrow, and the homework is write about the feelings of Velasco in the midst of the sea. We will see you in the next class. Bye then.